Hey everyone, Desiree here. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about reinforced spines versus non-reinforced spines on traveler's notebooks. I've actually had a few questions about these over the years, and I never really kind of thought much about it. And when I was kind of going through my collection, I said, oh, I have a good amount of both. So let's go ahead and talk about the differences and what I prefer. And then maybe it might kind of give you an idea if you're looking to buy a traveler's notebook and you're trying to decide whether or not you want the reinforced spine or not. You can get kind of an idea of how it looks and how it, I guess, affects the overall structure of the notebook. So what I did was I went through my stash and I kind of got my notebooks here. Now you can see I've got this, I guess, array is my collection of traveler's notebooks that do not have a reinforced spine. And then over here on this side, I have my notebooks that do have a reinforced spine. And I know it's kind of hard to see, but I'll do some up close comparisons as we go throughout the video. So let's go ahead and talk about notebooks without a reinforced spine, because that seems to be kind of how everyone starts off until they kind of, I guess, graduate into their, preferences, or they kind of expand their collection. Because overall, just in general, a reinforced or a notebook that does not have a reinforced spine will in general tend to be a little bit cheaper, because obviously there's less to the process of making or adding on a reinforced spine. Now, as my collection has grown and I've had the notebooks with and without, I can say that as of now, I do prefer a reinforced spine, but that doesn't mean I dislike a non-reinforced spine. And let me go ahead and start this way so you guys can get a look. Oops, and I hope these all stay standing. But as you can see, without a reinforced spine, in general, the notebooks kind of tend to make this little funky shape here. And that is probably one of the main reasons why I prefer a reinforced spine, is because I like the structure it gives the notebook. I like the durability that it tends to give on the spine. And I like that it aesthetically, to me, is just better looking. But again, that's just a personal preference. And for the most part, like I said, a reinforced spine will give you a lot better structure, and you won't get these, these funny little dents in here. But now, for the most part, that does not bother me, because I still find the notebooks just as beautiful, just as functional, and they kind of have a more simplistic, minimalistic look. The only thing, and like I said, I don't even call it a drawback, but the only thing about not having the reinforced spine is that over time, and I think these kind of might fall, but over time you will notice more wear and tear along the spine. And I'm not hard on my notebooks, so all of mine are in pretty good condition. But I have seen, depending on the leather, depending on how you use the notebook, sometimes you will see like a little bit more wear along the spine here. But, that doesn't really happen too often with my notebooks, again, because I'm pretty good with as far as being gentle with them. This is my Chic Sparrow Mr. Darcy. No spine, and as you can see, it looks pretty good, but over time you will start to notice the color change and maybe a few more wrinkles along the spine. Now, I really like my traveler's notebooks to be squared off up here, And I find that I can really only get that look with a reinforced spine. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. And what's interesting is I don't have a lot of reinforced spine notebooks right now, but I do have a couple on the way. So obviously when I get those, I will definitely show you. Now these are my, this is my Mystics Little Gifts A5, and then I have a Foxy Fix Everly in a size 7, a size 6, and then this is a Keelan Dory in a standard size. Now, the thing I do like about the reinforced spines, aside from the look of it, is that with the reinforced spine, you can tend to really, really stuff it without the leather buckling weird or having a lot of overhang, and you're able to keep your inserts pretty squared off. Now I don't have all of these ones filled, but as you can see, for the most part, the spines are squared off. Now this one I have really stuffed, so you know, it's kind of going in a little bit, but in general, and this one I don't really use, so, but in general, you can see the spine part is squared off, and I like that. That's the look I prefer. And like I said, because you have that extra bit of support on the reinforced spine, see, you can get the inserts to line up nicely, and then you don't have any overhang at all. Now this one I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I think I have 6 inserts and dashboards, but you know, I probably could squeeze in another dashboard or another insert because I still have that room, and it would still line up pretty nicely and pretty flush along the spine. And same with these here. Again, these aren't, I'm not using these right now, so but you can get an idea. You know, you can see it keeps the shape. And again, you can you can stuff them pretty full. So I hope this video helps if you're trying to decide whether or not you want a reinforced spine on your traveler's notebook, or if you prefer the more simple look of not having the reinforced spine. Again, I don't think it'll make a difference either way as far as, you know, how your how your notebook works, and if you're going to be able to, you know, do what you need to do as far as you know, using it. I really think that it's more just for aesthetics as far as the reinforced spine, you know, and again, for those of us who like our notebooks squared off at the spine, then I find that the reinforced part is what makes that happen and keeps it that way. All right, everyone. If you have any questions, please feel free to put those down in the comments below. And if you're not subscribed, please make sure you do so, because I have a lot more videos to come. All right, again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I'll definitely see you in the next video. Bye.